stiff wings and couldn't fly for 2,000 years. The alien dragon was useless. Beginning, the frozen titan. The great dragon's wings had not stirred in over 2 millennia. They lay folded, petrified under layers of crystalline frost, in a tomb of alien ice deep beneath the blue glaciers of the planet Vorin. To most, it was nothing more than a legend, a tale whispered among the scattered colonies of humankind that had sprung up across the outer reaches of the galaxy. They called it Thalrun, the Skybreaker, the last dragon of the Aeon Wars. And they called it useless. For when the old gods fell and the empires of flame and void crumbled, the dragon did not rise to defend its kin. It did not roar or fly. It lay silent and stiff, its bones turned to stone, its mighty wings locked and cold. Generations passed. Civilizations rose and died. And still, Thalrun slept. Until one day, Dr. Kira Solon, a xenobiologist from the Terran Deepfield Institute, landed on Vorin, her shuttle slicing through storming clouds of methane and frozen ammonia to prove the legends were real. She was young, stubborn, and brilliant in the way that only those who have lost everything can be. Her brother, Eric, had vanished on an earlier expedition to the same planet. His last transmission had contained only a single phrase before the signal cut. Kira, the dragon's heart still beats. For 5 years, she had been haunted by those words. And now, standing in a howling wind outside her excavation dome, Kira gazed across the frozen landscape, jagged peaks of alien ice reflecting the light of the dying sun, and swore she would find the truth. Her team was small, 2 engineers, a drone operator, and an AI named Nova embedded in her neural link. The AI spoke softly into her thoughts as she activated her scanning drones. Thermal anomalies detected beneath glacial shelf C9. Depth, approximately 9 kilometers. Kira's pulse quickened. That's deeper than the last expedition reached. Yes, Nova replied, but energy readings are consistent with residual bioelectrical activity. Bioelectrical? Kira smiled faintly. Then my brother wasn't hallucinating. They began the descent. For 3 days, the team tunneled through miles of translucent blue ice using plasma cutters and resonance drills. The temperature sensors spiked irregularly. Sometimes they heard sounds, deep, resonant vibrations like the groaning of an ancient engine. By the 4th day, they broke through into a vast subterranean cavern, and there, suspended in the icy gloom, was the dragon, even frozen. Thalrun was colossal. Its wings stretched across half a kilometer, its scales shimmering with embedded crystalline filaments that pulsed faintly with trapped energy. Its body was coiled like a sleeping serpent, mouth slightly open, fangs long as spears. Kira floated closer in her exosuit, her light glinting off the dragon's eyes. 2 immense orbs of obsidian glass. Nova, she whispered, record everything. This changes everything. Already recording, the AI said. However, I detect a neural resonance pattern. Weak but active. Kira froze. It's still alive? Barely. Biosignatures ancient but consistent with dormant stasis. Estimated duration, 2,100 years. Her breath caught inside her helmet. My God! The dragon wasn't dead, just sleeping, and it had been waiting. Middle, the useless dragon awakens. The team began immediate study. They installed monitoring equipment, drilled small boreholes around the frozen creature, and collected tissue samples. But the results defied every known law of biology. The tissue was metallic yet alive, woven from nanostructures that repaired themselves when cut. The blood, if it could be called that, contained fragments of dark matter. Even Nova's processors struggled to analyze it. This organism predates the local star's collapse, the AI concluded. It is not just alien, Kira, it may be extra-dimensional. Kira felt dizzy with excitement. Yet beneath her all lingered something else. The faint, pulsing sound that filled the cavern. A slow heartbeat. At night, she dreamt of her brother standing beside the dragon's chest, whispering something she couldn't quite hear. On the 7th night, a tremor shook the camp. Alarms blared. One of the engineers, Landon, ran from his tent shouting, "The ice! It's melting!" The cavern's temperature had risen by 20 degrees. The ice around the dragon's wings was cracking, steaming, sliding down in sheets. Pull back, Kira shouted. Activate thermal dampeners. But it was too late. The air vibrated with a deep rumble. Massive chunks of ice exploded outward, slamming into the cavern walls. The dragon's eyes flared open, dark pits glowing with liquid fire. It exhaled a shuddering breath that turned the air plasma. The dragon moved, slowly, painfully. Its wings twitched, stiff, jagged things had grown like rusted metal. It tried to unfurl them, but they barely opened halfway before seizing. It screamed, a sound that shook the mountain. Then silence. The dragon collapsed back into the ice, trembling. Kira's team stood frozen in terror. "Kira," Nova whispered in her mind. "It's trying to communicate." "Translate it," she said hoarsely. The AI paused, processing the subsonic vibrations. Then came a rough, halting voice that echoed through her helmet. "The sky is gone. My wings are stone. Why did you wake me?" Kira's throat tightened. "You were dying. I thought I could help." "Help?" The dragon's eyes dimmed. "No one can help. The war took the skies. My kind turned to ash." Kira floated closer, ignoring Nova's warnings. "Who took the skies?" "The architects," Thalrun whispered. "They built the suns and unbuilt them. They sealed me here for refusing their war." "The architects," Kira murmured. "Are they still alive?" The dragon's gaze focused on her. "You carry their spark." Kira froze. "Their what?" Their spark, it repeated. Their curse. The light in your blood, it hums with their song. Her mind reeled. You mean humans? Your kind, the Maker's remnants. You were born from the wreckage of their fall. The revelation hit like a shockwave. Humans were descendants of the same beings who destroyed this creature's world. They tried to control me, Thalrun said bitterly. When I refused, they shattered my wings. 2,000 years I have lain useless, too weak to fly, too strong to die. Kira whispered, then let me fix you. The dragon laughed, a terrible, echoing sound that rattled the cavern. You cannot mend what gods have broken. But Kira's eyes burned with determination. Watch me. Part 2, the revival. Weeks passed. Kira worked tirelessly, mapping the dragon's neural lattice, connecting bios and conduits, and studying its damaged wing membranes. The crystalline structures were fused at the atomic level, like glass welded to bone. She realized something extraordinary. The wing stiffness wasn't natural. It was engineered. A suppression matrix, designed to immobilize Thalrun's flight mechanisms. Someone wanted you grounded, she told him. Yes, the dragon rumbled. The architects feared what I could become. Then let's show them they were right. Using nanite swarms and gravitational stabilizers, Kira began carefully dismantling the suppression matrix, but the energy levels were unstable. Twice, the systems overloaded, nearly killing her team. One night, while alone recalibrating the power arrays, Kira heard a faint voice, soft human. Kira? She spun around. Eric. It was him, standing by the dragon's chest, translucent like a ghost. His form flickered with blue light. You found him, he said. I knew you would. Her heart pounded. How are you here? When I tried to wake him, I was absorbed into a stasis field. I've been part of his consciousness ever since. He remembers me. Kira felt tears sting her eyes. I thought you were dead. Not dead, Eric said. Merged. The dragon's mind, it's vast but fragmented. It needs you to heal. How? You have the same spark. The same energy the architects used to create him. If you link your neural matrix to his. Nova's voice interrupted sharply. Kira, do not proceed. This could destroy your mind. Kira hesitated, but she looked at her brother's fading image, then at the dragon's dimming eyes. She made her choice. The fusion. Kira stepped onto the dragon's chest and connected her neural link directly to the resonance node glowing beneath its scales. The moment she did, the world exploded into light. She was no longer in her body. She was flying, not in the sky, but through memories older than worlds. She saw the dawn of galaxies. She saw Thalrun and his kin soaring through nebular clouds, weaving starlight into new suns. She saw the architects, towering beings of light and intellect, turn on their creations, enslaving them as living engines of war. She felt the agony of betrayal, the moment Thalrun's wings were shattered, and the loneliness of 2,000 years entombed in silence. And then she saw something else, something buried deep, the architect's core design, a hidden failsafe embedded in all their creations, including humans. Kira realized that the same code that suppressed Thalrun's wings also limited humanity's evolution, an invisible leash on their potential. She whispered into the shared mind. If I can unlock your wings, maybe I can unlock ours too. Thalrun's vast consciousness surrounded her. You would risk everything? Yes. Then let us fly, Maker Child. Energy surged. The ice cavern erupted with light. Kira's body convulsed as raw power flooded her neurons, rewriting her biology. The suppression matrix shattered with a thunderous crack. Outside, the ground trembled. The entire glacier began to collapse. Ending. The sky reclaimed. The dragon's wings spread, massive, luminous, no longer stiff but radiant with flowing energy. The frozen scales melted away, replaced by living plasma. Kira's team scrambled for their shuttle as the cavern disintegrated. But she didn't move. She stood before the dragon, her body glowing with the same energy that now pulsed through him. Kira, Nova shouted in her mind. Your vitals are destabilizing. She smiled faintly. I know, but he needs me. Thalrun rose, the ice falling away like shards of glass. He unfurled his wings fully for the first time in 2,000 years, shaking the mountains with their power. He roared, a sound that split the clouds and ignited the atmosphere with light. You have given me back the sky, he said softly. Kira looked up, eyes shining. Then take it. The dragon crouched, his colossal eyes meeting hers. Come with me. Without hesitation, she stepped forward. The dragon lowered his neck, and she climbed onto his back, feeling the living energy ripple beneath her feet. Together, they launched into the air. The shockwave flattened the glacier, and for the first time in millennia, a dragon's shadow crossed the sun. They soared through the thinning atmosphere, breaking through into the black ocean of space. Stars flared in greeting. Thalrun spread his wings wide, trailing a river of light behind him. Where will we go? Kira asked. To where the architects still sleep, the dragon replied. To finish what they began. As they accelerated beyond the speed of light, Kira felt her mind merging deeper with his. She could see through his eyes, feel the pulse of cosmic winds. Humanity, she realized, had never been alone. They were echoes of greater design, one now awakening. Below them, Voron's crust split open, releasing ancient energies. The AI Nova transmitted one final log, before her connection with Kira faded. Subject Kira Solon has initiated neural fusion with entity Thalrun. Energy output exceeds stellar scale. Planetary systems destabilizing. Recording final data. Humanity may owe its rebirth to her. And then the signal cut. Epilogue. The return of flight. Centuries later, explorers from the Terran Federation discovered ruins on Vorin. The melted remains of the research dome, the outlines of vast Talon marks scorched into the rock. In orbit above the dead planet, they found something else. A message encoded in light particles drifting across space. It contained Kira's voice. We found the architects. They built the chains that bound both dragon and man. We've broken them. The stars are waking again. If you hear this, look up. The sky is yours now. When astronomers looked up that night, they saw a streak of living fire crossing the void. A dragon made of stars, wings no longer stiff, flying free for the first time in 2,000 years. And somewhere within that river of light, the voice of Kira Solon laughed, bright, wild, and human. He wasn't useless after all.